Okay, so Zazen. So turn your attention inward. Notice your body. Notice how it feels. Notice places that are tight or places that are cramped or collapsed. And use your mind and breath to open it up. So a really good definition for good posture is spacious body structure. Your body shape, your body structure is not small and condensed and collapsed. It's open and spacious. Take up lots of space. So sitting comfortably, maybe you've heard of weight underside. So that's letting the weight settle down. Instead of holding the weight up, it's called weight upper side. That's tension. Weight underside. But of course, without any collapsing, so weight settles underside. Just like water always finds the lowest places to dwell. Let the weight and attention dwell down, weight underside, and that opens and releases the upper body. It's the same thing with the breath. Let the breath settle underside, not upper side, in the chest. Let it settle deep in the abdomen. And use the out breath as the releasing breath. Feel tensions releasing, tensions leaving your body each time you exhale. And if you make your out breath really long, if you make it longer than your in breath, it helps release tension even more effectively. So you take a deep breath in and make your out breath really long and smooth. You release even more tension. Okay. So, well, let's grab a boken, senpai. The right side. Okay, are we waiting for Siler or is he gone now? Okay. Okay, high bow, the showman wall. Left side, eyes up bow. So let's maybe do a little warm up first because I believe Kyla might be joining us in a few minutes. And of course, we want her to be participating as much of the Vulcan work as possible, the Kumitachi. So maybe we'll start with a little bit of warm up before we go right into the Kumitachi. Okay, so draw the sword any way you want, out of the sheath or straight up into an arc, into a big seigan. Okay, I'm going to go through the positions. We'll do this together. Shoot on. Remember, that's all the left hand, the back hand. And for example, when I go from seigan to chudon, I don't want to pull in or collapse. I want to keep it out as far as possible without leaning and without locking my joints, right? Still a little bend in the elbows, but as far as I can make it without locking anything. So seigan, chudon, all out there. Same with the geidon, it's way out there in front. Big personal bubble, big personal space. Chudon, geidon, chudon. Don't let the left hand pop up. Keep it grounded. My geidon. Let the left hand coming in front of the left hip. The left hand comes in front of the left hip. The tip goes to the right, front of the right knee. That's it. Make sure you have a good forward stance, guys. Front knee's bent. Use your left hand to turn the tip over in front of the back knee. Left hand doing all the steering. And of course, I don't want it all the way over here. I want it here in front of the knee so I'm ready to go straight forward if I need to. Gate on, shoot on. My gate on. Ushiro gate on. Ushiro shoot on. You can take a quick look to make sure your sword is nice and straight and parallel to the ground, not drooping. Also, when you do Hasso, you can slide that front foot back a little bit. It's a little smaller stance, right, for Hasso. Elbows down, so not flared. Shoulders down, elbows down. And left hand goes in front of the forehead for Ushiro Jodan. Step forward for my Jodan. Seigon. My Jodan. Ushiro Jodan. Hasso. Ushiro Chudan. Ushiro Gedan. My Gedan. Yaku Gedan. It's all left hand. Chudan Gedan. Chudan. Seigon. Okay, now I'm going to say, instead of going in order, one way or the other way, I'm going to say position. We have to get there as quickly, as sharply as we can, and still keeping good posture. So we don't want to fall back. We want to keep a good posture. Normally, that's a slight forward stance for most of them. Okay, here, Ushiro Gedan. Hasso. Seigon. Gedan, Chudan. Seigon. Hasso. My Jodan. Ushiro Chudan. My Gedan. Yaku Gedan. Ushiro Gedan. Ushiro Jodan. My Jodan. Ushiro Chudan. My Yaku Gedan. Yaku Gedan. Chudan. Seigon. Good. Now, from any position, we're going to do ski. Remember, when you do ski, don't let your left hand pop up, and therefore the tip drop down. If it's ungrounded, you can lose it very easily. It's not going to be a powerful strike. So left hand, even though your hands are same level now, because of course gate on, left hand is lower than the right hand. Shoot on, they're same level, but the left hand is still anchored to the ground, like it's chained to the ground in front of you. Okay, so from Seigon, and so we'll do like, you can do whatever you want, either just a slide step, just front foot, or a full slide step, and then back after each one. So you can decide which one you're going to do. Sometimes you can do just front foot. Sometimes you can do both feet, but make sure back heel stays flat, right? So as long as you're deciding which one. Seigon. Keep. Keep. My gate on. Keep. And then we always come back to Seigon. Yaku gate on. Keep. Chudan gate on. Keep. Ushiro gate on. Keep. Hasso. Keep. Ushiro Jodan. It's going to be a tricky one. Ski. My Jodan. Ski. Back to Seigan. Ushiro Chudan. Ski. Back to Seigan. Okay, now basic Shomen, where the front foot, only the front foot slides, back foot stays grounded, doesn't pop off, and we don't want to lean. So big arc, we're going to finish in Chudan. So basic Shomen. Each, deep, up, deep, oh, rope. Okay, some yokomen. Left foot comes up, left hand comes up, nice high roof. Right foot comes back, that's the power for the cut. And for yokomen, we finish in gate on, so not usually chewed on, finish in gate on. We can finish anywhere as long as we're choosing. Generally, we'll finish in gate on. I mean, generally we'll finish in Seigan rather. Okay, so Seigan, left foot comes up, left hand comes up, right foot comes back, that's the power for the cut. So the right hand makes the left hand move. Back, left foot, right foot, cut. So that's each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, and back, each, knee, back, each, knee. Couple more, guys. I want to see that rooftop lock clearly. Each, knee. Okay, good. So Titus, I really like your Seigan. It's very sharp. It's high, but not too high. Very good. Tyler, I like you have right now. You have the best rooftop lock right now. So Senpai, watch out if you're drooping down a little bit like that. The tip, you see, or the whole thing a little bit low. You need to protect your head. See how high that is? Because I have to protect my head from another sword. This won't do it. Okay, couple more. Two beats, 2 steps to really be clear. Ready? Each, knee. Good. Everybody had a better rooftop lock. Excellent. Couple more. Each, knee. Yeah, so Tyler, that's a very good rooftop lock. Again, let's see a good Seigan. So Odin, bend that front knee. That's right, Tyler. Each, knee. Yeah, Titus, that was a really good block. Odin, that's looking much better. Okay, let's do the other side now. So let's do that again. Each, knee. And now we'll go to the other side. So the right leg is back right now. Right leg comes up. Left hand goes through and up. Left foot comes back. And again, that foot coming back powers the left hand. So Tyler, right now, we're not going to cut down the Seigan. Normally for yokomen, we just go to Seigan. So not down, stay fairly high. So we're going to do both sides now. Going to the left first. So left foot comes up, left hand comes up, right foot comes back, that powers the left hand. Right foot goes up, left hand goes through and up, protect the head. Left foot comes back, that powers the left hand. So each, knee, 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 each, knee. Excellent, guys. That's looking very good. Okay, let's move into your program. Okay, so reviewing here quickly again. Kumatachi, blending with your partner's attack, cutting to the sword on top of the sword. So let's just do a few together. Seigan. And we're going to do Shomen as we do Sugieshi. So we'll just do a few of these. This is review. Make sure you start with a good Seigon. Okay, Sugiyashi, cut down on top of the sword. Yeah, that's right, follow me. Seigon, Sugiyashi, offline on top of the sword. Sugiyashi, cut. So that's each knee. Each knee. Good. Now I'm going to come towards the screen. I'm your partner. Try time it. Try to arrange your spacing so that you're not going to get in each other's way. Okay, let's see you ready. And try to time it with my attack. So Titus the other way. That's it. And so Titus at the end, keep it out. You had a nice cut, but it came almost all the way back to your stomach. So keep the tip out. Keep the tip out. That's good timing, Titus. And yes, good correction with the extension. Couple more, guys. It's good extension, Titus. Very good. Okay, Silas back, so let's do a couple more. Excellent. Yeah, guys, I think some of you remembered that if you want to drop that tip, again, it's going to be hard for me to tell if you're doing that or not. So I might not be able to wait until you do it because I can't see if you're doing it really. But if you have a chance, you drop the tip to create a symbolic opening. So very good if you thought of that. So a couple more, guys. Yes, you can drop the tip. Titus is very good timing, very good form. Okay, now to the other side, to the Ura. As we mentioned last class, we could either do Ayumiyashi, but we've also, for quite a while, we simply did a slide step over. So it can be either one. Of course, we want to be variable with our footwork. So let's do the slide. I'll call this the slide step. We all know what Ayumiyashi is. In last class, pretty sure we did the Ayumiyashi version. Let's do the slide step. Okay, couple together. Seigon. Slide step. Shomen. So you should angle a little bit, right? Angle a little bit so that you're on top of the sword. So I need to come offline and angle a little bit. So I'm still facing my partner and coming on top of their sword. Seigon. Slide step, raise the sword. Okay, so each knee. So each is the footwork and the movement, knee is the cut. Shomen. Each knee. Each knee. Each knee. Each knee. Each knee. Very good. Okay, I'm going to come towards the screen. Time it. Good extension. And then you can decide to drop the tip if there's time. But definitely start with good extension, good Seigon. Very nice, Titus. Remember, still out there, but then the cut doesn't come back. Yes, Titus and Siler, very sharp movement, good timing. On stance, right? Excellent. So Senpai Odin, raise it a little bit more. You're raising it to about here. That gives you lots of speed for a good quick cut. But also need a bit of power. So a little bit higher. Not too high, of course, because then you're open. All right. So Senpai side, let's just do a high bow blade towards you. High bow to the Shomen wall. Left side, eyes up. Okay. Let's very quickly go back to the first one. Sugiyashi. We'll just do a few of them. Ooh, the screen's getting a little bit crowded. So you'll probably have to stagger. One of you come forward, one back, one of you forward. So let's see you manage your space. Okay. We're going to start again with the first kumatachi. Okay. Stay gone. Gonna be Sugiyashi and Stromanuchi on top of their sword. Sugiyashi, top of the sword. Okay, so that's each, knee, each, knee, each, knee. Okay, I'm coming towards the camera again. So now I have to time it. So Senpai Kyla, we're really working on things when we finish the cut, not coming all the way back here and losing our extension. We want to stay out there as far as we can, literally as far as we can without leaning, as far as we can without locking our elbows and locking our joints. So all the way out there, even when we finish our strike. Start in a good forward stance. Okay, so now you have to time it. Drop your tip if you have a chance to drop your tip to create a symbolic opening. Then you raise, step off line, cut on top of my sword. Okay, ready? Yes, very nice. Oh, Tyler, you went the other way, or Titus, you went the other way, I think. We went back to the first one, right? First one, Sugiyashi. Yes, very good timing, Kyla. That's the timing. Very nice timing, Kyla. Good, you guys. I'm seeing nice extension there at the end. Very nice. Let's do one more. Very nice. I like Titus's posture at the end. He's not leaning forward at all. Okay, now we'll go to the ura. And Senpai Kyla, we're just talking about to the ura. We can either have ayumiashi or simply moving over. Slide step to the side, simply moving over, or we can do ayumiashi. And right now we've been the slide step over, been doing just coming over offline. So that's going to be coming over, raise the sword, and turn a bit so you're facing your partner and your sword comes on top of their sword. So just that slide step for now. So slide step, cut down. Each knee. Each knee. Each knee. Okay, I'm going to come towards the camera. Work the timing, keep your extension. Treat this as if it is a real sword. It's called a live sword. A metal sword that's actually sharp, sharpened metal sword, referred to as a live sword. So imagine this is a live sword coming towards you, and you have to protect your space and your body with proper timing and proper shape and posture. Here we go. If you have time to drop your tip to create a symbolic opening, that's great. That's right, Kyla. So for in this case, our right foot's going to stay in front just because we're just sliding over. Show me you're ready. And then if you have a chance to drop the tip, that's fine. Exactly, Kyla. Good, one more. Yeah, keep it out there. Okay, good work. Now, of course, we go to the wrist. Exactly the same thing. We're just going a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. So instead of going to the sword, we can actually reach the wrist. It's the only difference. So, Sugiyashi to start with. And for Sugiyashi, you can go for either the front wrist or the back wrist, whichever seems to be the easiest to get. When you go to the ura, It's always the front wrist because the back wrist is covered by the front arm. When you go to the ura, you always cut to the front wrist. But when you go to the omote, usually it's the front wrist too. But if for some reason, just because of the angle, the back wrist is more available, you go to that. So you decide in a split second. Okay, let's just do a couple together. So that's going to be Tsugiyashi. Tsugiyashi, now that's to the wrist. All in one count, each. Knee. Okay, that's good for that because it's the same footwork, same movement as previous. But now when we do ura, let's take this as the opportunity to do the other footwork for ura, which is what? Ayumiyashi. Okay. So since it's basically the same movement, we're just going deeper to the wrist, not the sword. You get a chance to work the other footwork. So that's going to be Ayumiyashi. Okay, let's do a few together. Each, knee. And remember, you're going deeper now to the wrist. Each, knee. Each, knee. Now the whole movement on one count. Each, and back. Good seigon. Knee, back seigon. San, shi. Everybody's looking good. Okay, now I'm coming to the camera. Go back to the omote, Tsugiyashi. This one to my wrist. If you have a chance to create an opening by dropping the tip slightly, you can go ahead and do that. Make sure you start with a good, strong seigon before you do that. So to the omote, right? Tsugiyashi. You're going to get this wrist or this wrist, Tsugiyashi. That's it. Yeah, Odin, raise the sword more. I don't know if you guys need to spread out. You can spread out a little bit more. I've got room to see you if you spread out a little bit more. Yeah, because maybe Odin doesn't have a lot of room that he feels he can really swing the sword. Siler, do you have room to move to your left a little bit, just a tiny bit? Good. And Titus over, same way. Good. Now Odin has more space. So Odin, you can make a nice full swing here. Okay, here we go. Remember, omote, Tsugiyashi. Good, one more. That's it. That's a little better cut, Odin. Okay, now you guys go to the ura. Remember the footwork. Ayumiyashi. Okay, so before we did the slide step. So now going to the wrist, we're going to do Ayumiyashi. So make sure it's a nice big cut, but not too big. Okay, I'm going to come towards you. Strong, clear seigon. Waiting for Odin. Oh, Titus, everybody, other way. Ayumiyashi. We did Tsugiyashi already, did omote already. Ayumiyashi to the ura. Here we go. Show me a good seigon, ready stance. That's good timing, good. Couple more. That's it, one more. Make it real. Imagine this is a live sword. Make it real in your mind. That'll make everything sharper and better. Oh, I think I got Odin and maybe Kyla on that one. Let's try a couple more. So Tyler and Titus, that was pretty good timing. Good. One more. Much better. Okay. Now, thrust to the abdomen. So you start in Seigon, and you do a slide step, Chudon for the ski. Keep the back foot flat, otherwise you might be leaning forward, and then your partner might still be able to reach you. Even though you get them, they might be able to reach you. So make sure your hips under the head, back foot, heel stays on the ground. So from a good extended Seigon, a good extended Chudon. But don't let the left hand get light and pop up. Let's do a few together. Okay, Seigon, Chudon. Back to Seigon, Chudon to the abdomen. Seigon, Chudon. Each, knee, solid. Hold and bend your knees more. Make it more alive. Go. Oh, my screen is freezing up. Rope. Seats. Oh, freezing up again. Okay. Let's do a couple more. Ready? Each. Knee. Solid. Good. Okay, I'm coming to the screen. Time it. Make sure to time it before I'm strong, before I'm coming down at the weakest point, right? So that takes a lot of good timing. And what's this move called? Irimi, right? Very strong irimi. That's what we're learning with ski. Is a very clear, strong irimi. And back. Okay, so again, you can create a slight opening. Let me do a couple to the camera. If you have a chance to do a slight opening and then ski. And back to Seigon, slight opening, ski. Back to Seigon, slight opening. Okay, here we go. Come towards you. Yeah, Siler. Very good. Yeah, I don't know if the screen is freezing up on your end, but it is a little bit on my end. So we'll just keep going and do the best we can. Ready? One more. Okay. Then exactly the same thing, except it's going to be under the wrist. That means the sword is going to turn slightly like this. Of course, what we just did was straight to the abdomen. Now it's going to be upward angle, of course, towards the wrist, and the blade is turned slightly. So let me demonstrate a couple. So maybe I have that little symbolic opening. And now we're doing a sugiyashi. By the way, what we just did for the ski, that was direct irimi, straight in, just like we do with some of the strikes, straight in. But for the wrist, we're going to do sugiyashi slightly off. Angle the blade and use just the first 4 inches of the blade so you keep your distance. Let's do a couple together. Seigon, sugiyashi, up towards the wrist. And back. Good Seigon, sugiyashi, up towards the wrist. So let's all do that all on one count. Each. Knee. San. Sheet. Good extension. Even more, Kyla. More extension. Reach them really early. Go. Yeah, it's way better, Kyla. That's it. Okay, I'm coming towards you. So when I come towards you, it's this wrist you're gonna get, right? As I raise my sword, it's this wrist you're gonna get. Because right now here, the other wrist, the other hand is closer to you. But when I raise the sword, like so, it's gonna be the bottom hand that's gonna be closest towards you. Okay, so if you need to adjust your space, because you have more space, go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. Good, okay. So again, strong Seigon, create a symbolic opening. I'm coming in, get me at my highest point, or even as I'm coming up. That's better than getting me as I'm coming down. Remember, you're going Sugiyashi. Okay, let's have a look at this. Yes. That's good extension, Siler. Ready? Create an opening if you like. More. Okay. Okay, under the chin with the base of the handle from the sheath sword. So that is, and I wonder if you remember what the footwork is for this one. We could do Sugiyashi. It's always a good idea to get offline. But sometimes maybe there's not room, or maybe not even time. So for this one, we're doing direct irimi, right in directly. So that looks like this. Footwork is the same, just like a ski, where I want to keep that back heel flat, otherwise I might be leaning into my partner. So that's a strong slide step. Okay, let's do a few together. So this is straight in, pure irimi. Start with a good forward attitude, not a back attitude, strong attitude. Each and back. Knee and back. Arm. Cheek. Okay, now remember, I want the elbow not out here, because that makes it weak. I want the elbow down, just like Manucci. And for the same reasoning for my strikes, I don't want my elbow out here when I do a strike. More aligned. That allows a more efficient transfer of power. If I'm striking like this, the power is leaking out through the elbow out the side. So we're back to Manucci shape. So watch this here. So my elbow's too flared. I want my elbow right there. Everything is, look at that. It's just like a palm heel strike. Okay, ready? Each. Knee. So Kyla, drop your elbow a bit more when you do the strike. San. That's it. Cheek. Bowden, let's see a stronger forward stance. Do it like you mean it. Go. Broke. Okay, Siler and Titus, that's looking pretty integrated, pretty good. Now I'll come towards you. So you have to try to get me before I'm coming down, get me at the weakest point. Do it like you mean it. Strong irimi, strong mind. Strong slide step. Bowden, let's see a very strong slide step forward. Yeah, Siler and Titus, you're right in there. Siler and Titus, you made me want to do this. That's because of your strong attitude, strong energy. That's right. Yeah, you almost got me there, Siler. Right through the screen. One more. Hey, Siler and Titus, a sharp reaction. Okay, now this is from the sheath sword, sideways cut. So that's gonna look like this. Hirami Fugiyashi. And remember what we've been working on. So Kyla, last couple classes, we're working on that cut being nice and straight. What we want to watch out is that it's not droopy. And also, Titus has been doing really well with this consistently, where the tip stays towards our partner. Just like a strike, I don't want a big opening here. I strike through the target, but not too much. Same with this. I don't want to strike way out here because it's kind of open, very open. So I cut through the target, but my tip is still pointing towards my partner. You see that? Again, I don't want this to droop. The other day, we were working on lots of sideways cuts like that. Today, we're not going to take time to do that. So try to remember, nice straight cut, not drooping, and not too big, still pointing back to our partner. Okay, let's do a few. Let's just do that first part, just that first step. So Sugiyashi cut and back. Sugiyashi cut and back. Each. Forward stance the whole time. Each. On. Yeah, solid. Keep that tip out and even. Chi. Yeah, Titus, I know you don't have room to do that full cut. So Siler, why don't you come forward a little bit? Odin, come forward a little bit. So Kyla can also feel like she can do a nice big extension. Ready? Each. Eat. Yeah, so Titus, you're keeping that sword tip in towards the partner. Very good. Son. That's a nice straight cut, Siler. Nice. See? That's it, Odin. Go. Good. Okay. Now the whole kata, the whole kumitachi. So let's do this together. Sugiyashi. Cut. Left leg or back leg. Step up. Forward over the head. Right leg comes back. Shoman cut. Remember what we talked about? If you're close to your partner, keep the tip way above their head, well above their head, so you're not in front of their face with your sword. If you have lots and lots and lots of room, like let's say the partner's not even there, you can cut down the seigon if you cut down the gate on if you want. But with the partner, if they're close, above their head. Okay, a couple more together. So that's Sugiyashi, Yoko cut, Irimi Tenkon, Shoman. Keep your knees bent. One more. Sugiyashi. Irimi Tenkon. Left foot comes up, right foot comes back. Okay, let's see how you're doing with that. Ready? Take your time with each step. Right. Good. Couple more. Ready? Height. Good. Now, Titus and Kyla, can you switch positions? Because I can't see Kyla. So yeah, if you two would switch. It's been a while since I had a chance to see Kyla do these. Okay, ready? Take your time again. Ready? Height. That's it, Kyla, you got it. Okay. Now the other one is exactly the same, but we don't start here, the sheath position. We start here in seigon. So because we have both hands on the sword, we're not going to take one hand off and do that sideways cut with one hand. We're doing it with one hand because we're taking it out of the sword, or out of the sheath rather, and there's only one hand on it to start with. Now we have two hands on it, of course, because we're in seigon. So I'm not going to release my hand. I wouldn't do that unless I have to. So now it looks like this. Same footwork, Sugiyashi, but a showman cut. And then I slide step and turn my hips and do Irimi Tenkan. So that part's the same. So if you want to watch me do that once, that's fine. So we're going to do Omote and Ura. So for the Omote, that's going to be Sugiyashi. I do a slide step and turn my hips for the sideways cut. And then Irimi Tenkan is the same. Okay, let's do that a couple times together. That's right, Kyla. So Sugiyashi, I come on top of the sword, showman. Slide step, turn my hips for a powerful cut. Irimi Tenkan, showman. Okay, one more time together. Sugiyashi, showman. Slide step, turn the hips. Irimi Tenkan. Okay, so sit up ready, Seigon. Again, don't be in any hurry. You can do each part separately if you want. Right. Yes. Yeah. Remember, it's a slide step to turn your hips for that cut. Ready? Right. Let's do one more. That's a good finish, Kyla. That's nice and controlled. Let's see, you're really ready. Right. Okay, let's work on that slide step a little bit. This is what I mean. So here's okay. Here is slide step, turn your hips. Slide step, turn your hips. Okay, from the beginning again. Ready? Right. Slide step, turn your hips. Okay, let's do just the last one now. Very last kumitachi. We do to the Ura side. And we'll do Ayumiyashi footwork. So that looks like this. If you want to watch, I'm going to the Ura now, and I do Ayumiyashi, showman cut on top of the sword. Again, slide step, turn the hips. Big step up, turn, showman. So I'm doing Ayumiyashi, slide step, turn the hips, Irimi Tenkan. So the right leg ends up in front at the end. Okay, let's do that together. Ayumiyashi, showman, slide step, turn the hips. Right foot comes up, sword over the head, left foot comes back. So you finish with the right leg forward because we did a tenkan, not a tenkai. If you did a tenkai, which is not wrong, if you do a tenkai, the left foot's going to be forward. But we did a tenkan. We finish with the right foot forward. Okay, ready? Ayumiyashi. Slide step, turn the hips for the cut. Irimi Tenkan. Full Tenkan. That's right, Odin. You got the correct footwork there. One more time together, then I'll take a look. Ayumiyashi, showman. Slide step and turn the hips for a strong cut. Right foot comes up, left foot comes back for showman. Looks like you have the correct footwork, everybody. Let's have a look. Ready? Yeah, that's Seigon, right? Hey. Very nice, Odin. Nice, good control, good pacing. So I noticed Odin got that slide step. Okay, I'm not seeing everybody get the slide step. I'm seeing some of you just doing a hip turn, which is good. At least you're using your hips for that cut. That's good. Now, if you add a slide step and hip turn, even more powerful, and it gets you out of the way. That's part of getting offline or part of getting out of the way. So watch me do this, please. So I do Ayumiyashi, that's getting out of the way offline. And then I don't just turn my hips, slide step and turn my hips, and see how much more power that gives my cut and gets me even more out of the way. So I do the Ayumiyashi to get out of the way, And a slide step hip turn to get more out of the way and to get power to the cut. Then the ear meet Tenkan. So let's do a couple of those together. So I noticed Odin, and I think maybe one or two other of you may have gotten that, but definitely Odin got that slide step in there. Ready? Ayumiashi. Slide step, turn the hips. Big step and turn. That's it, Titus. That's it, Odin. Ready? One more together. Ayumiashi. Slide step, turn the hips. Step up, step back, showman. Now let's take a look at that a couple times so I can see everybody. Starting in a strong, clear Seigon. Bend the knees. Ready? Height. Yes, Kyla, you got it. Everybody got it. You have the right leg forward. Fantastic. Well, Senpai, let's do one more. Just one for the road here. That was excellent. Let's see if we can get another one like that. Ready? Height. Yes, slide step. Powerful movement. Good work, everyone. Okay, let's bow the sword out. So blade towards you. I bow. Sword on the right side, full bow. Let's put the bokken to the side. Hey, all of you, that was really good work, especially towards the end there. And let's just do a little bit of misogi to wind down, calm the mind, relax the body. Start with your center. Breathe in, expand out from your center like a sun, like a star radiating out. Breathe out, settle back to your center. Breathe in, expand out in all directions with your mind, breath, and energy. Settle back from all directions back to your center point. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Okay, now a little bigger movement. Breathing in, scooping up, come up on your toes. Breathe out, squatting down. Big breath in, filling the lungs, emptying the lungs. And then once more to the side again. Good, just comfortable breathing in your center. Excellent. Okay, let's bow out, Senpai. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Good work, Senpai. See you next time. Excellent.